Greetings, fellow Wastelanders. Timberwolf here, another Fallout 76 adventure. Still working on my new Preston Garvey character, Preston Garvey III. And working so one of the things I noticed is I always rant and rave about Aaronholt Farm, which is obviously way up here north of the Vault 76. Is a great place to find cranberries. If you use the green thumb perk, you can collect up to 20 cranberries at Aaronholt Farm, and it's real easy. There's just a handful of bugs to pick off, that's it. And they might not even bother if they don't notice you. But one other place that's very common and very well known amongst gamers to find cranberries, bear with me a second here, I gotta top off my foods, is Max Farm. Max Farm is on the other side of the map, way over here. Easiest way to find it is basically it's just due east of West Tech, So, if you're a new player, which is what a lot of my videos are aimed towards, and you're looking for another place to farm cranberries, Max Farm is it. Just got to do some walking, a little hiking over here to get to that. Or if you've already discovered Watoga, you can kind of just follow the road up, and it's not that far from there either way. Now, biggest difference between Max Farm and Aaronholt is Max Farm has got some Mirelurks and a Mirelurk Queen that you got to take care of. So that's going to be a challenge. If you don't have some decent weapons on you, don't dare come here, because that Mirelurk Queen will wreck you. As for me, I've got a bunch of my goodies that I got from my other character, so this is not going to be too tough. Although I am wishing that I brought my pepper shaker with me, because that thing is a great tool to use to knock the queen down and keep her from advancing on you. So if you've not tried the pepper shaker yet, that's its main strength, is its ability to cripple enemies. It's not much of a damaging weapon as it is pretty much just an immobilizing weapon. And then you just switch to something else and pick her off that way, nice and easy. And it works great on pretty much every boss I've come across. So pepper shaker is definitely, I think, a very useful tool in your arsenal for those reasons. But I don't have one with this character, and Lord knows if I'm ever going to find the plans for it. So we got to do we got to do the best we can with what we got. So after picking off those 2 Mirelurks there, I usually try to stay out of everything's way. Right now, there's some more Mirelurks out here. Knock them out with the fixer, that's fine. And yep, there's the Mirelurk King. He's a pain, obviously, but he's got to go too, because you don't want fighting him and the Mirelurk Queen at the same time. That is not going to be ideal. Come on, man. Get over here. Now I got his attention. Ugh. Got him. Sweet. Okay. So what's going to happen is, as soon as I jump in here, I really recommend having the Aquaman perk equipped, Aqua Boy rather, so that the water doesn't irradiate you. I swapped that out for my fireproof right now, and I'll swap it back after I'm out of the water. But yeah, because this is all marsh, and if you're standing around in here fighting her, you got enough to worry about, as opposed to your rads going up too. So let me just pop a couple of things here. Make sure I've got all that. And yeah, definitely Slugbuster. No, you don't want to get close to her, so I'm going to use my Holy Fire, because that's got a great amount of a distance there. The range, look at the range difference. The Slugbuster, which is a plasma flamer, at least that's what I've turned it into, range of 50, okay? Which means you got to be really close. Holy Fire, range of 264, so I can be clear across the pond and still hit her with that. So big difference there. That's why I love the Holy Fire. All right, there she is, popped up, ready to go. Try and survive this battle. sending all of her little frickin' mini-me's at me. That's what really does the damage. But we got her. She's done. Down for the count. Got anything I want? A couple of things. And of course, just like my main character, Preston Garvey Jr., or Preston Garvey III here, is an herbivore. So he does not eat meat. Which, honestly, I think would be pretty accurate for him anyways, because he was definitely a kind of a peaceful, kind of loving guy. No, like, nothing against meat eaters, you know. I'm a meat eater myself, but in the game, we're trying to be more accurate to the character, and he would be more, I think he would probably end up being an herbivore as opposed to a carnivore, personally. That's just my take on him. So there's a couple of cranberries in here you can grab. And then, you know what? I've done a video on this place before. I know I did, but whatever. We're doing it again, so screw it. I do the perimeter of the pond first. And just grab all the cranberries. That was it's 4 that we snagged so far. We got 6. No use for the ferns. I just jump up like this so I can see what the hell I'm doing. There's some more. Gets us 8. 8. 10. 10 cranberries. Okay. Now here's 12. Keep hopping around so I can look over all these damn weeds. Oh, there's some more. 14. Ah, there's some more. 16. I wonder if there's more than 20 in here. Might be. Alright, I think we've got all the ones on the outskirts. 18. Now we're just kind of coming in. Okay, and then we got the 2 in the shack over there. Those are just individuals, but that made 22. Up here's some more, 24. And some more, 26. Awesome, 28. All the plants, maybe. Aha, 30. Awesome. And now in the boat, there's a few more. 1, 2. So that's 37. And then this guy's carrying one right here. So that's 38. That's a hell of a haul of cranberries, right? And then obviously once you farmed all of this, remember once you farmed all the cranberries like here in Aaronholt, go ahead and go to the what we call the book house, which is over here in Somerville, right? You're going to go to the first house that spawns on the right. It's the one that used to be loaded with mirelurks. Now it's loaded with ghouls. And you go in there and you just clear out everything. All the books, beer bottles, pool balls, whatever's in there. Like, just if it's not nailed down, grab it. And then just head out of here, head a little bit down the road, pop out your APC to scrap everything. and then you'll probably scrap probably about 300 items there, and then just server hop, and that'll reset all the cranberries. So, as my understanding, the reason it works that way is basically it kind of identifies you picking all those things up as like the passing of time. Because I don't believe time is dynamic in Fallout 76, which is nuts because it should be. But just like I remember Skyrim was the same thing. Like if you would stand still and the sun would be up here, you could just sit there and the sun would stay up there. You'd have to move for time to move and for everything else to follow, which is nuts. I would imagine in an online game, it should be dynamic. It should be just happening in spite of you. But I don't know. That's the only thing that makes sense to me as to why picking up objects would have any kind of impact on resetting things. So, anyways, and then of course you need gourds, and I've got a whole bunch of them planted here. Now, gourds are not an easy item to find at all. I did some searching online to find places to get them. Basically, what you're going to want to do is you're only going to be able to find a handful of them, and you can find some in the back of the steakhouse near Max Farm. The ones that I found 3 of them in a cardboard box just down the street from Bolton Valley Greens. So what I did is I brought those 3 here, planted them, waited for them to grow, and then with Green Thumb, because when you pick them up like that from a box, you're only going to be able to get one. The Green Thumb doesn't work on the multiplier factor. But then once you plant them, then the Green Thumb does kick in. So when I picked them all, I got 6 out of the 3, planted those 6 plants, came back later. Now I had a total of 9 plants, so that was 18 gourds, planted them, and so on and so forth. So now I got a whole field of gourds here. And I'm not quite sure how many I picked up, but between the gourds and the sugars I got, that's snaptails. Best way to get sugar, and the best place to find that, it would be I go to Flatwoods, which is here, and you're going to want to go to the stream right in the back here, and don't go too far that way, or you'll trigger that event where you got to kill the robot bosses. So just follow the stream up this way, and you'll collect a bunch of snaptails. You need 2 snaptails per sugar. So let's see how much I can do here. Also, make sure I keep forgetting this, and then I'm pissed at myself later. Let's get rid of Aqua Boy and put our fireproof back on. Remember to trade up your Bloody Mess for Super Duper level 3, so you have a chance to gain some extra scores here, extra items when you make craft anything. So all food. We're gonna see cranberry relish. So looking at the gourds, I can make 34 relishes because that's kind of that's the limit right there, because the cranberries and sugar got more than enough to cover that. Boiled water, don't have enough of that. Damn it. Okay, well, now I wish you could just tell the system how many waters you want to pick up rather than having to just press this button 120 times. That's just really annoying as hell, but it is what it is. There's so much more they could do with this game, but they're wasting their time and wasting everybody else's time playing with their sparse field, which, in my opinion, that game is already a disaster, and in 2 months, nobody's going to be playing it because it's just utter garbage. It is what it is. But, oh, how dare you insult Sparsefield? Well, I just did. All right, bite me. They can't even keep Boston from crashing in Fallout 4, but yet somehow they're going to make whole solar systems now. Are you kidding? 185. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do here, what I want to do is, let's do 92. we'll be able to make all of those relishes. Oops. Yeah, 34 of them is what we're going to do. Right? Oh, no, wait a minute. I can't do 34 because it takes 2 gourds. Oh, this sucks. So I'm actually only going to be able to do 17. Huh. Well, that actually sucks. Because now I got a whole bunch of extra cranberries. Now the cranberries will spoil over time. The sugar won't. You can keep that in your pack. It'll never go bad. Same thing with the water and the wood. So the only thing that I'm concerned about is the cranberries going bad. I want to save those. Well, guess what? Guess what I've got in my vault? Ta-da! A freezer, baby. Now, I hate the way they set this freezer up, but, you know, I'll take it for what it's worth. So I got to do all these individually. You see how much that sucks, right? So clearly I don't have nearly enough gourds planted. We saw that. So next time that they sprout, or however you want to call it, I'm going to plant some more. So I got 21 cranberry relishes right now. I've got a level 2 good with salt, so they should last me a while. But you know what? I'm just going to throw a few of them in here, just because I still got some room left over anyways. But these other 15, I'm definitely going to be using these things. So just to give me those experience boosts throughout all the game here. There we go. But sweet. So because you're an herbivore like me, you get plus 20 experience with the relish. And you get a plus 4 with my brain fungus soup. So that's the main reason I think herbivore rocks for experience, because the boosts are double. There's very few, I think the only experience boost you got for carnivore is the squirrel soup. And I'm just not really interested in chasing and hunting down squirrels. Growing stuff's a lot easier, in my opinion. But that's just me. And that's it. So, yep. Another Fallout. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'll do that later.
Have you tried filling the void in your life with cake?
You see, Preston Garvey has this scarf on. It keeps all the bugs off his face. But if I take it off, you'll see that I'm pretty close. If you remember what Preston Garvey looks like, I'm very close to what he is in the Commonwealth. But I'm here in Appalachia. Oh, did I mispronounce that? Appalachia? Okay. And I'm just here to let you know that another settlement needs your help. Well, all right. Appreciate you joining me here on another adventure. Till the next adventure, stay safe in the wasteland. And be sure to join us on Facebook, Wastelands Looney Bin.